he has died. And the people that are coming, they see that there is no life in this person. And what they are saying is, let us find out from the doctors what has killed this person. There is a post-mortem that has been conducted on this person. And there are people questioning the credibility of the pathologist. Could they have been paid to say he died from a natural disease while he was sleeping, or he was murdered? Nobody is able to explain how this person has died. I'm using the words this person because I do not want to disclose whether he is a man or she is a lady. Those are some of the details that I will only know about. I am not allowed to say them. But the person has died. And a lot of people had hopes on this person. He or she was a very big man in the political structures of this country. But there is no enough evidence to explain how this person has lost his or her life. But the story takes some twists and turns to the extent that there are certain family members that are now pointing fingers to some other family members saying, I think this one knows what happened to this one. But when investigations are done on those relatives, nothing concrete is discovered. The story ends like that. A lot of people are left with only but speculations as to what happened to this person. Was this person murdered, or this person died a natural death? This is the problem. But a lot of people are going to be left orphaned because of the death of that person. Because a lot of people expected that person to do something for the betterment of people's lives. A lot of people had hopes on this person, but the person has died. And nobody can explain what really happened. Did God know that this person was dying? Yes, he knows. That's why I'm giving this prophecy. Why did God allow that person to attract a lot of attention, and many people are expecting that is going to change things, and yet God knew that this person was losing his or her life? God is doing it because he wants to divert people's attention from seeing somebody else behind the scenes whose God's eyes are looking at. And I want to assure you this afternoon that this person has not died a natural death. But nobody is going to discover who has done it, because it is a clean job. Even though it is a clean job, God is going to punish those that would have done the clean job. If people are going to look at punishments that God is going to make against certain people, only the punishment is going to show the people who would have done it. By monitoring the punishments of God in the country, people are going to discover the culprits. But outside the punishments, no forensic investigations are going to bring out the culprits. It is a smart job. So people are going to say, if he had not gone there, maybe he or she could not have died. Some are going to say, maybe it is food poisoning. Some are going to say, maybe they strangled this person to death. But the pathologists are going to say, no, we don't see evidence of suffocation. This is not death by stranglement. So this is the end of the prophecy. I am not going to give any further details regarding the prophecy. Keep it. If God is true, It will come to pass. It will come to pass. I don't want anyone to call me concerning this prophecy. I'm warning you. Tell your neighbor, don't try to talk to Apostle Chiwenga about this prophecy. This is the last time you are hearing this prophecy from me.
This is a prophecy which was delivered by Apostle Chiwenga, I think around in 2018, and everybody was waiting for its fulfillment. And I'm coming with this one because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of reactions onto these prophecies, people saying probably this is the prophecy yaerewa nemunhu wamwari and it has been fulfilled. So we are coming with this to react and understand what really happened. So we need to look at the critical issues. Apostle Chiwenga points out that this person died in his sleep. So this person died whilst he was sleeping. And according to the information, other people believed that he died last night, but according to the family, he died in the morning. And key indicators to say it in this whole issue are that this person will have a sudden death. So the death will be sudden, and it will be, without people even expecting it happening, it will just happening. And another point is people had hopes in this person. So the person right here, probably Comrade Geza died in his sleep, number one. Number two, people had hopes in Comrade Geza that he will do a lot of things. Remember, he had a lot of following, a huge, big, very, very big following, and he had become almost a replacement. But because he failed to put people in masses into the streets, that is how he failed. But a lot of people had hopes in him that he will do something for the liberation of this country. And also, another issue is he attracted a lot of attention. Attracts a lot of attention. What it means is this is not somebody who was in the political trenches like Wana Chamisa, because Chamisa is, we cannot say he attracted because he has been there, being followed by a lot of people. But this one is a person who attract, which means by the time of this prophecy, this person was not attracting a lot of attention. And then another key pointer is this person was a distraction to someone. So this person was now causing the people to see him, not to see someone who God wants them to see. So this is an argument which I've seen a lot of people saying. So this is Dara Geza. And then he talked about how the job was going to be very, very clean, but punishment will then reveal who the person is when punishments start to follow the people. So that is something which is very important to note at this point in time. Okay, some of the people are asking questions. Why is it that Comrade Geza posted in the morning? That is the reason why a lot of people are linking this prophecy to Comrade Geza, because they are saying normally and naturally Comrade Geza tweeted in the morning, and then later on you are told that he's gone same day. He posted, I think his last post was at 5:30 a.m. and after posting at 5:30 a.m. we are told that he passed away in the morning. What time exactly? Because I think news started circulating around 10 a.m. That the man is gone. So what time did he pass on? What time exactly? Why is it that, is there any coincidence? So others are saying the paragraph is too long. The letter or the message of which was written by Comrade Geza is too long to believe that if he was sick to the point of dying, a lot of people are saying you couldn't have penned that one. That is the argument which is there. So I'm not so sure. Kuti vamwe munozoonawo say, do you think that thing is too long? Zvekuti munhu ari kurwara ari kuda kutofa hwake angatadza kunyora. If it was short, a lot of people could have accepted it, but because it's too long, people are questioning and saying, who actually penned it? Why did they pen it? So that is another issue. And what was happening when it was penned? So, you know, when you are trying to put the puzzles together, the pieces together, you then find no answers. But I think this prophecy, 70% it links to Mdara Geza. 70% of this prophecy links to Mdara Geza. I think what is going to happen, we will be watching to see the follow-ups of this whole issue, so as to understand kuti zvinhu zvacho zvinombopera sei uye zvichapera sei. So we also need to note the communication from the family. The family said that he died of cancer. So the cause of death is cancer. That is what Comrade Geza's family said. So if you are looking at that, that is the reason why we placed this prophecy at 70%. So we can say, because the family claims that he died of cancer, we can say probably. But that the probability that is not the person is 30%. So we put it to cancer and other things which we can talk of. And so it's very, very interesting. Another issue is Comrade Geza was in South Africa, SA. Who was with Comrade Geza? Who are the people who had constant contact with Comrade Geza? So these are very important questions which we need to ask, because remember, this issue also goes to Nyoka Yamabuno. We have to ask questions. Who sold out Comrade Nyoka Yamabuno? And the same people who sold out Comrade Nyoka Yamabuno might be the same people vaita temba with the life ya Mdara Geza. So the possibilities is high kuti zvinogona kunge zvafamba zvakadaro, because these comrades were close, they worked together. And takazoona Comrade Nyoka Yamabuno vakusungwa zvisinganzwisike kuSouth Africa. Zviri kufungidzirwa navanhu vazhinji kuti kusungwa kwaComrade Nyoka Yamabuno hakusi kwega. So it's very interesting to see such things happening. And then Comrade Geza vobva vangonzi vafa suddenly. Munoziva dai vakamboitawo video vakataura nevanhu vakati mana ini ndarwara. A lot of people are saying Comrade Geza, being known as Comrade Bombshell, would have addressed in video and told the people of Zimbabwe to say, guys, ini ndarwara. So zvandarwara anytime ndinogona kungoenda. But ndiri kuda kuti musare struggle ichienderera mberi. So that is another argument yandaona. People are saying if it was just a natural death, tingadai takaona Comrade Geza vachitouya vachitoadresa vanhu veZimbabwe. Imagine kuti dai vanga vakaadresa then mongozonzwa kuti Comrade vaenda, it was going to be better. But he was quiet all along, and he never issued a statement. But the statement was only issued pavabva vatofa, which means panogona kunge pane munhu akaita chitsotsi papapa obva asetera Comrade Geza pena, then obva aposta so as to try and limit speculation. However, according to the family statement, he was admitted in hospital, but it doesn't mean kuti even munhu ari admitted in hospital apagona kuitika foul play. Anogona kunge vanga vari muhospital vachirapwa, but foul play yobva yatika, munobva atsvairwa just like that. So it happens, and this is the situation which we have right now. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? Ndechavo rechiporo chaichi.